Are you tired of waiting for financial relief while prices keep soaring? What if I told you that a game-changing announcement could transform your bank account overnight? The breaking news that's sending shockwaves through the nation: former President Trump has just dropped a bombshell about a potential $5,000 fourth stimulus check specifically targeting Social Security and SSDI recipients. But here's the burning question: is this really happening? And more importantly, how can you ensure you don't miss out? Stay tuned, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to break down everything you need to know about this explosive development that could put thousands of dollars in your pocket. Before we dive deep into this crucial information, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any updates about stimulus payments and financial news that could impact your wallet. Also, smash that like button if you're ready to learn about this potential game-changing stimulus check. Let's start by addressing the elephant in the room: the validity of this announcement. Recently, social media has been buzzing with claims about Trump's alleged revelation regarding a new stimulus payment. However, it's crucial to understand that while discussions about additional stimulus support are ongoing in Washington, the situation is more complex than initial reports suggest. First, let's break down what we know for certain. The current economic climate has indeed prompted serious discussions about additional financial support for Americans, particularly those receiving Social Security and SSDI benefits. The rising inflation rates and increasing cost of living have put unprecedented pressure on fixed-income recipients, making the case for additional support stronger than ever. The proposed $5,000 stimulus check discussion has gained traction among various political circles, with several lawmakers advocating for more substantial support for Social Security beneficiaries. However, it's important to note that as of now, this hasn't been officially approved or implemented by the current administration or Congress. Let's examine the potential impact this could have on eligible recipients. A $5,000 stimulus payment would provide significant relief for millions of Americans who rely on Social Security and SSDI benefits. This amount could help cover several months of essential expenses, including housing costs, medical bills, and daily necessities that have become increasingly expensive due to inflation. The targeting of Social Security and SSDI recipients for this potential stimulus payment makes sense from an economic standpoint. These individuals often live on fixed incomes and have been disproportionately affected by the economic challenges of recent years. Many have struggled to keep up with the rising costs of healthcare, housing, and basic necessities. However, there are several important factors to consider regarding the implementation of such a payment. The distribution process would likely follow similar patterns to previous stimulus payments, with direct deposits being the primary method of disbursement. This means having your current banking information on file with the IRS would be crucial for receiving any potential payment quickly. For those wondering about eligibility requirements, if this stimulus check were to become reality, it would likely follow similar guidelines to previous payments, with some modifications. The focus on Social Security and SSDI recipients suggests that these benefits would be key qualifying factors, but income thresholds might still apply. It's worth noting that the political landscape plays a significant role in the possibility of this stimulus payment becoming reality. With ongoing debates about government spending and debt ceiling discussions, any new stimulus proposal faces careful scrutiny from both sides of the aisle. The timing of such a payment is another crucial factor to consider. While the announcement suggests overnight deposits, the reality is that implementing such a large-scale payment program would require significant planning and coordination between various government agencies. Let's talk about what this means for you right now. While the prospect of a $5,000 stimulus check is certainly exciting, it's essential to approach this news with cautious optimism. Here are several steps you can take to ensure you're prepared for any potential stimulus payment. First, Make sure your information with the Social Security Administration and IRS is up to date. This includes your current mailing address and banking information for direct deposit. Having accurate information on file is crucial for receiving any future payments promptly. Second, keep monitoring official government websites and reliable news sources for updates. Avoid falling for scams or misleading information about stimulus payments, as fraudsters often try to capitalize on such announcements. Third, consider signing up for direct deposit if you haven't already. Historical data shows that direct deposit recipients typically receive their payments much faster than those waiting for physical checks. The impact of such a stimulus payment on the broader economy would be significant. Injecting billions of dollars into the hands of Social Security and SSDI recipients would likely lead to increased consumer spending, potentially stimulating economic growth in communities across the country. Looking at previous stimulus payments, we can see that they played a crucial role in helping many Americans weather financial difficulties during challenging times. The proposed $5,000 payment would be substantially larger than previous stimulus checks, potentially providing even more significant relief. It's important to understand how this potential stimulus payment might affect other benefits you receive. Based on previous stimulus programs, these payments typically don't count as income for determining eligibility for federal benefits programs, but it's always wise to verify such details once official information is released. For those concerned about taxes, stimulus payments have historically been treated as tax-free income. However, specific tax implications would need to be confirmed once any official legislation is passed. The role of Congress in this process cannot be understated. Any new stimulus payment would require congressional approval, regardless of who announces or supports it. This means that the timeline for any potential payment would depend largely on legislative processes and political negotiations. Local and state governments might also play a role in supplementing federal stimulus efforts. Some states have already implemented their own stimulus programs, and this trend could continue regardless of federal action. For Social Security and SSDI recipients who are struggling now, it's important to explore all available resources while waiting for news about potential stimulus payments. Many organizations and programs offer assistance with utilities, food, and other essential needs. Looking ahead, the possibility of future stimulus payments beyond this proposed $5,000 check remains open. Economic conditions and political developments will likely continue to influence discussions about additional financial support for Americans. The impact of inflation on fixed-income recipients has been a major driving force behind calls for additional stimulus support. Recent data shows that Social Security and SSDI beneficiaries have been particularly affected by rising prices across various sectors. It's worth considering how this potential stimulus payment fits into broader discussions about Social Security reform and support for disabled Americans. Many advocates view such payments as necessary steps toward addressing systemic issues affecting these communities. While the announcement of a potential $5,000 stimulus check for Social Security and SSDI recipients is certainly noteworthy, it's important to approach this news with both hope and caution. Stay informed, keep your information updated, and be prepared for any developments that may come. Remember to watch for official announcements from government agencies rather than relying solely on social media or unofficial sources for information about stimulus payments. Your financial well-being is too important to risk missing out on potential benefits due to misinformation. Don't forget to like this video if you found this information helpful, and subscribe to our channel for the latest updates on stimulus payments, Social Security news, and financial information that matters to you. Drop a comment below sharing your thoughts on this potential stimulus payment and how it could impact your life. Stay tuned for more updates as this situation develops. Thanks for watching, and remember to stay informed and prepared for any developments regarding stimulus payments and financial support programs. We'll keep you updated with the latest news and information as it becomes available.